Good morning, students. Welcome to class 2. In today's lecture, we are going to discuss classification of polymers. So let's get started. Students, polymers are classified in a number of ways. First is on the basis of source or origin. Second, on the basis of structure. Third, on the basis of types of monomers used. And fourth, on the basis of properties of polymers. First is classification of polymers based upon origin or source. Students, on the basis of origin or source, the polymers are classified into two types. One is natural polymers and the other is synthetic polymers. Natural polymers. The polymers which are isolated from natural materials, mostly plants and animal sources, are called natural polymers. Few examples are polysaccharides, proteins, nucleic acids, natural rubber. Students, polysaccharides. Starch and cellulose are very common examples of polysaccharides. They are the polymers of glucose. Starch is a chief food reserve of plants, while cellulose is chief structural material of plants. Proteins. These are polymers of alpha amino acids. They are building blocks of animal cells. They constitute indispensable part of our food. Natural protein, wool, leather, etc. are proteins. Nucleic acids. These are the polymers of various nucleotides. RNA and DNA are common examples. Natural rubber. Substances obtained from latex is known as natural rubber. It is a polymer of 2-methyl-1,3-butadiene, which is also called as isoprene. Next is synthetic polymers. The polymers which are prepared in the laboratory are referred to as synthetic polymers or man-made polymers. Some examples of synthetic polymers are polyethylene, polystyrene, polyester, terylene, etc. Second classification is classification of polymer based on structure. This classification of polymers is based upon how the monomeric units are linked together. Based on their structure, the polymers are classified as linear polymers, branched chain polymers, cross-linked polymers, or network polymers. Linear polymers. These are the polymers where monomeric units are linked together to form long straight chains. The polymeric chains are stacked over one another to give a well-packed structure. As a result of close packing, such polymers have high densities, high tensile strength, and high melting points. Examples are polyester, polyethylene, nylon, etc. Next is branched chain polymers. In this type of polymers, the monomeric units are linked to constitute long chains, which are also called main chain. There are side chains of different lengths, which constitute branches. Branched chain polymers are irregularly packed, and thus they have low density, lower tensile strength, and lower melting points as compared to linear polymers. Examples of this type are amylopectin and glycogen. Next is cross-linked polymers or network polymers. Students, in this type of polymers, the monomeric units are linked together to constitute a three-dimensional network. The links involved are called cross-links. Cross-linked polymers are hard, rigid, and brittle because of their network structure. Examples of this type of polymers are bakelite, formaldehyde resin, melamine, etc. Third is classification of polymers based on the type of monomers used. Students, depending on the type of monomers in a polymer chain, the polymers are classified into two different types. First is homopolymers and second is copolymers. Students, Homopolymers. They are polymers prepared by polymerization of single type of monomers. For example, N moles of ethene, which is used as a monomer, it undergoes polymerization to get the formation of polyethylene, which is represented as follows. Second is copolymers. They are polymers which are prepared by polymerization of two or more types of monomers, A and B. The structure of the copolymer depends on relative amount and reactivity of A and B, as well as the conditions used for polymerization. For example, consider the copolymerization of vinyl chloride with vinylidene chloride, which forms sarin, which is used in the well-known plastic food wraps. Students, 1,3-butadiene also react with styrene to give a copolymer styrene butadiene rubber SBr, which is synthetic rubber. Further, the copolymers are of 4 different types, depending on the relative arrangement of the monomer molecules in the polymer chain. They are as follows. First is alternate copolymer. In an alternate copolymer, the two monomers alternate with each other. Second is random copolymer. In this copolymer, the two monomers are randomly distributed. Third is block copolymer. In this copolymer, the two monomers are placed in the form of blocks. And fourth is graft copolymer. In a graft copolymer, it contains branches derived from one monomer grafted onto a backbone derived from another. Fourth is classification of polymers based on the properties of polymers. Well, the polymers are classified based on their physical properties into different types. First is plastics. Plastics are polymers having three-dimensional stability. Due to presence of many cross-linkages, they may be rigid or semi-rigid. They are further classified into two types. First is thermoplastics and second is thermosettings. First is thermoplastics. They have both ordered crystalline region and amorphous non-crystalline region. These are hard at room temperature but soft enough to be molded when heated. So we can say that thermoplastics can be remolded number of times by heat treatment. That is, they can be reused. For example, combs, toys, light switch plates, etc. For example, polymers like polyethylene, polypropylene, polystyrene and polyvinyl chloride. Second is thermosettings. These are plastics which are very strong and rigid as they have many cross linkages. On applying heat, these do not get softened and cannot be remelted by heating as they become brittle. The crosslinks are covalent bonds and not van der Waals forces. Therefore, mobility decreases. For example, Melmec, which is polymer of melamine and formaldehyde, which is a thermoset plastic. It is permanently set into solid during its formation itself. Second is fibers. Fibers are high molecular weight linear polymers having thread-like structure which can be woven into fabric. Fibers exhibit high tensile strength, undergo irreversible deformation. The linear polymer should have high degree of polymerization and high symmetry. Fibers are classified on the basis of their sources and further on their chemical structure. Fibers are classified into two types, natural fibers and artificial fibers. Natural fibers are further classified into two types, plant sources and animal sources. Plant sources which includes cotton, jute flax, etc. Animal sources which includes wool, silk, etc. Second is artificial fibers. These are classified into two types, that is semi-synthetic and synthetic fibers. Semi-synthetic, which are also called as regenerated. Example, cupra ammonium rayon, and synthetic, for example, nylon and terylene. Third is resins. They are copolymers which are soft transparent beads. They decompose on heating. For example, styrene divinyl benzene copolymer can be converted into cation and anion exchange resins, which are used in water treatment and ion exchange chromatography. The epoxy and silicone resins are used in binding, laminating, and surface coating materials. And fourth is elastomers. An elastomer is a plastic that stretches and then reverts to its original shape. It is randomly oriented amorphous polymer. It should have some cross-linking so that the chains do not slip over one another. When elastomers are stretched, the molecules which were random are oriented in one direction. But the van der Waals forces are insufficient to maintain them in that arrangement. Hence, when stretching force is removed, they go back to their random shapes. For example, rubber, a natural elastomer. So students, in our today's lecture, we have discussed about classification of polymers. In that we have seen polymers are classified in a number of ways. First is on the basis of source or origin. Second, on the basis of structure. Third, on the basis of type of monomers used. And fourth, on the basis of properties of polymers. So students, in our next lecture, we shall start with the topic of classification of polymers based on synthesis, which are further divided into two types. First is addition polymers and second is condensation polymers in detail. Till then, take care.